When I had my breast augmentation done 10 years ago, it was an insecurity thing. I get asked to do a lot of modelling out here and I'm always like, oh no, I don't want to. But now I feel like I would say yes.
What we are trying to achieve with plastic surgery is that boost the self-confidence, and I want to enhance the beauty of a person. I don't want to transform a person. How much the plastic surgery changed your approach to the camera and your self-confidence also?
Dr. Matteo Vigo is a leading plastic surgeon in Dubai with over 20 years of experience in breast augmentation and cosmetic surgeries.
He is also one of the first UAE licensed surgeons to perform Mia Femtech, a minimally invasive breast enhancement procedure that delivers natural results with minimal scarring in less than 15 minutes.
Dr. Matteo Vigo, where precision, expertise, and care come together to create life-changing transformations with natural, lasting results.
Hello everyone, welcome to my podcast, Beauty Talks. I'm here today with the first patient that accepted to come here and share her experience with us, which is not only a patient, she's an influencer, very popular in Dubai, and I'm very happy to welcome Lauren with us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming here. So first of all, how you feel after your surgery?
I feel fine, so you're okay. Don't worry, I'm not going to come on here and say
I don't
okay.
have to sweat and be scared about that. That's good. That's a very good starting point. So let's talk about your surgery a little bit. So you came to me because you wanted to replace your 10-year-old implants, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So let me know why you wanted to do and how did you find me?
Well, firstly, I was researching a lot of surgeons in the UAE. I was Googling to start with, and then I found that obviously there are a lot of surgeons here. So I decided to go by word of mouth. A couple of my friends had been to you previously. A couple of my followers had been to you as well.
Okay.
I followed you for a while and I was watching your work and I saw the results were 10/10. So
Great.
I was really impressed, but I also thought that everything that you posted was really informative. So then obviously we booked the consultation, felt really comfortable. My main reason for wanting to get them done was that they were, as you say, 10 years old. So I think we use the comparison of like the iPhone comes out every year, doesn't it? But
exactly.
How much everything has changed since I had them done 10 years ago. I just wanted a little bit more volume. My body had changed in 10 years as a woman. Obviously, I've gone through a lot of changes. So I looked.
You didn't have baby, right, in this 10 years?
No, I haven't had a baby yet.
Because that's a major change also when you do a breast augmentation and you have a pregnancy, breastfeeding, it might change, but it's not your case. It's just, of course, you know, the body change and we need to adapt to that. And as I said, most of the time, once I do a revision of a breast surgery, most of the time is just an aesthetic improvement that the patient is asking, not because there is any problem with your implants. Your implants were absolutely fine. You have them, right? You got them.
I know.
She posted on her social media that I have the implant, I don't know what to do. I will frame them.
I woke up with these implants and I was like, what do I do with them? They're in my kitchen drawer at the moment.
Okay, because, you know, they're yours. You paid for them, so I give it back to you.
Definitely got my money's worth.
Exactly. So did your followers know about the surgery? Were they scared more than you? They were, pushing you to do it. How was the interaction with your followers?
So weirdly, I had a really engaging group of followers about this journey, and a lot more women I think are nervous about getting a replacement done than what I thought, and a lot more people are actually thinking about it than what I thought they would be. So I was really open, I was really honest, because we all get surgery, so I just wanted to be transparent about it. And it also gave a platform for people to ask questions that perhaps they might have been nervous asking yourself or asking at a consultation. So I was able to answer things, obviously with the help of yourself and Sarah, some of their kind of questions, which I just think it's better to be honest about these things. Yeah,
no, absolutely, especially in this social media world where everything looks fake, everything looks you think that you go in and you go out completely transformed by plastic surgery. That's not the reality. So it's very important to give a clear message, because how much you think the social media influenced the beauty industry, the plastic surgery industry, and what have you experienced with your followers about that?
I think social media can be amazing, and sometimes it can have its downfalls. I think a lot of the time it gives us an unattainable impression of what beauty looks like. Like you say, some people think you go into a plastic surgeon and you come out looking a certain type of way. It's not the case, which was why I wanted to kind of show the reality of it. Yes, it's amazing the results that we can achieve, but they do only go so far, and it's just as important to want to do it for yourself, not for what social media is going to think.
Yeah, because nowadays, unfortunately, we open social media, we see only perfect bodies, perfect faces. Everybody, you know, with the makeup now, they can transform their face, and then when they remove it, they look like, you know, 25 years older and more ugly. So it's very important to keep it real. What I always try to deliver as a message from the breast surgery, but also for the face, I do something natural. I want to enhance the beauty of a person. I don't want to transform a person, especially. I will not give a cup double F to a patient with implants. I will not, you know, make a facelift and look like an alien. It's something that for me is very, very important, and it is my trademark. At the end of the day, the message that I think you felt also when you were looking at me, that my results are consistent, they are natural. That's absolutely very important. Because I think also a lot of your followers, maybe they look at TikTok and then they text you, said, why don't you try to do this or to that, to put toothpaste on your face to look shiny and beautiful?
Some of the suggestions for what you should do to make yourself look beautiful are concerning. Some I don't even care to share, because you read them and you just think, how is this even being promoted? How are people genuinely going home, looking at this TikTok, and this is what they're actually doing because they believe that this is going to make them look beautiful? So, I don't know.
No, it's really, really scary sometimes. Actually, this morning I was answering some messages on my Instagram. A post came up and was this guy who injecting, I think, some liquid oil in his biceps. So he was all skinny with his biceps like 3 times the size of his chest. And of course, he looks absolutely weird. And he was proud of showing it on Instagram. And I said, come on, you know, if this is a message, also I'm scared about the young generation. Because we are, you know, from a different generation. We can, of course, you're much younger than me, but we have a maturity that we can understand what is real, what is not real. So what I like also about your profile is that it's very simple, it's very how can I say, direct to the followers. It's not pretending to be something different, or it's just, you know, your lifestyle, you work a lot with clothes, etc. So talking about this, tell me a little bit more about you, because we didn't introduce Lauren officially, so it's nice to know you come from UK, right?
I am, yeah.
So tell me, you know, how did you come to Dubai? What is your, you know, influencer job? If you do something else apart from the influencer, so.
I've lived in the UAE now just over 1 year. I love it. I go back to the UK a lot because I still have my family there.
Okay.
My heart's in both places, so I get the best of both. And the amazing thing about being a full-time influencer now is that I can do it in both places. So when I go back to England, I'll do it seasonal, some of the seasonal clothes that I'll promote and I'll work with brands. I'll do in the UK. But I love obviously working in the UAE. It's warm, the weather's beautiful, the clothes are amazing, everyone's very
Especially
glam.
Now we're starting the nice weather, so it's better to be here.
Much better. I can go outside without being absolutely drenched.
Definitely.
Yeah, so I'm full-time influencing here in the UAE. I moved here for the lifestyle. Obviously, the tax benefits as well are very important. And I'd been in the UK for 28 years, so it was time for that next step.
Yeah, exactly. And Dubai, I think, is the land of possibilities. So here, whatever your dream is, you can make it possible and true. And you know, we have a lot of experiences and a lot of cases that we can show to see this person was no one back in their country. Because in any project, you know, from the social media, but also from the marketing point of view, from the, you know, some chef, some, you know, people who had an idea to create a business, etc. They come here, they have the possibilities.
It's a very entrepreneurial place to be.
And the bureaucracy is quite lean and clean, so you do the things, and that's very, very important, very, very nice, absolutely, definitely. Let's go back a little bit to your surgery. So how was the whole process from the booking to the surgery itself and the recovery? Tell me a little bit more about it.
from having the consultation to then getting to actually having the surgery, it was the most seamless thing ever. I didn't even think about it. It was as if I woke up and I was like, oh, I'm getting my boobs replaced today. Went to the hospital and I was relaxed, wasn't I? You came in. I think I was a little bit nervous to start with, and then when I saw you, I felt fine again. And then I obviously woke up and I had my new boobs. So it wasn't really, I didn't think there was really like enough time to overthink anything. I didn't have anything that I was nervous about. Any questions that I had, Sarah was there and answered everything.
Yeah, we have Sarah that is
she's amazing, by the way.
Absolutely. So any patient will come after this for sure. You will encounter Sarah, and she's the first path that you will see. We'll have a podcast. I don't know by the time this podcast will be live, if the other one will be published already. But we have a podcast about her journey and her role with me, because I cannot function without her, because I'm busy doing surgery. So I need somebody to organize the patient.
She's basically you when you're not there.
Exactly. She's tall as me, so that we can. If I put a wig, we might look similar. No, that's very important. How was the post-surgical period? Did you feel any pain?
No.
How was the?
No, I didn't have any pain. I think I was over egging it, and I was thinking,
she was a bit dramatic. I saw her post, and she was, oh my God, this is the first day. I'm not moving. I'm not doing. I said, Lauren, you can do whatever you want.
I was going off of my experience from 10 years ago, and I thought, I was bedbound for 2 weeks, and then when after like 24 hours, I felt, I can get up, I can walk, I can do this, I can change, I can shower. And I was thinking, is there something wrong here? And I was half going, are they still there? But I was fine. I was absolutely fine. And I think it's 10 times easier the second time round, because you know what to expect. And I think because I was expecting it to be
much worse,
way worse, it was almost the easiest thing.
There is another thing that, maybe also it's a good message for your influencers, that the techniques changed a lot.
Yeah.
And having an implant replaced, you were lucky because your result was still fine, okay? Yeah. You didn't have any major problem. It was just a change of size and a little bit of revamp. So when you have this, it's easy for me to do something which is minimally invasive. I don't have to cut too much tissue, too much capsule, etc. I can just adjust a little bit. So even the recovery is very fast. And the second thing is that the technique that I'm using today is completely different than the one I was using 10, 15 years ago.
Right.
Because I develop an idea that the less you traumatize the tissue, the more fast is the recovery and the more beautiful is the result. So I'm quite quick in the surgeries. I don't remember how long was your surgery, but it was not a long one.
I think you said it could be up to 1 hour, and then my friend that was waiting for me said you were back in 30 minutes.
Exactly.
I was like, oh.
It was quite easy because again, I opened, everything was clear. There was no fluid around the implants. It was very, straightforward, and that's why I went. But also in the traditional breast augmentation, I have some colleagues that takes maybe 2-3 hours to do a breast augmentation. For me, it's 35-45 minutes, because the less you traumatize the tissue, really the patient don't feel pain. The more you stay there and you cut and you do etc. Then in some cases you need to do that because you need to readjust maybe a previous botched surgery, etc. But in cases like yours or a primary breast augmentation, if the plan is clear, I think the faster the surgery it is, the faster the recovery is. And so
it's been 2 weeks and I'm already itching to go back to the gym and run, and I'm thinking, when can I take this post-surgery bra off?
Yeah, that is the downside, unfortunately, of the surgery, that I'm very strict with my garments and my compressions, because I want the patient to heal properly. It's better to suffer for a month in this bra and then enjoy your breasts for the rest of the days, rather than having a little bit more.
It's very, very comfortable, I have to say. It's very comfortable.
It's not easy to cover because the shoulders are quite wide.
I'm in gym gear most of the time, but no, even when I get out of the shower, I can't wait to put it back on. It's like my lifeboat.
Yes, absolutely. So do you have any funny, unexpected moment after the procedure itself? Something that you were not expecting? You said you were expecting more pain and then it didn't happen, but...
I think it's when I woke up and I was absolutely starving. Then I wasn't even worried about my boobs. I was just like, I'm really hungry. And I said to the hospital staff, I said, can I get my lunch now? They were like, it's still 10 o'clock in the morning. But no, because nothing went wrong. Everything was perfect. Even when I went home, I rested, I slept. So there was not really anything that kind of, I think the only thing was when my friends came around and they were like, wow, you look beautiful with your lovely bra.
Yeah, that's of course the thing that we need to deal with.
No, but it's needed. It's definitely needed. I think I'll be scared when you tell me to stop wearing it, because I've kind of formed a bond and an attachment with it now.
Yeah. Do you feel that this procedure has changed a little bit? Or maybe, I don't know if 10 years ago you were already doing influencing job or you were in something else, but how much the plastic surgery changed your approach to the camera, because you're a lot on the camera, and your self-confidence also?
Yeah, I mean, when I had my breast augmentation done 10 years ago, it was an insecurity thing. I was a young girl then. I was very insecure in my appearance. Again, social media was probably becoming more of a thing back then, but it was nowhere near as accessible as what it is now. You know, I see the youngest of children have access to it, which is worrying, but equally I can understand why a lot of young females and males look to surgery. You know, I think it's better now that people like myself are honest, so that people can see, actually, I had the surgery this time solely for myself. I'd lost weight, I'd looked into other options, I'd thought about what the pros and cons would be about getting my breasts done again. I obviously spoke to experts like yourself to see what the procedure would be like. Is it safe? Did I feel that it was the right thing for myself? You know, and I think my reasons for doing it this time were a lot healthier than, let's say, 10 years ago. And I wasn't even influencing 10 years ago. But I do feel a lot more confident, especially in a bikini. The thought of being in a bikini now, I get asked to do a lot of modelling out here, and I'm always like, oh no, I don't want to. But now I feel like I would say yes. I feel like
that's great.
Put myself out there, and I would say yes to the new opportunity.
Okay, that's very interesting, because again, what we are trying to achieve with plastic surgery is that boost the self-confidence and you know, make a person, man or woman, feel more confident, more secure about themselves, and go out in the world and not be scared of these, again, perfect bodies, perfect everything that we see on Instagram. Most of them maybe are also photoshopped, we know that.
Yes.
And we need to adapt to that, and giving the little boost, I think, is very, very important for people. So what is one of the messages that you want to deliver with this experience that you share on your social media to your followers? Because that's what important. You know, I think social media is all about a message you deliver. Yeah. You create your brand, you create your image. It could be the influencer, it could be a doctor, it can be anything, and you want to deliver a message. What is your message related to the journey in plastic surgery?
My main thing that I think is the most important message to be received from my followers and anybody considering plastic surgery is do your research, speak to as many professionals as you need to prior to committing. Make sure that you definitely want to get it done for the right reasons for yourself, not because you feel you need to look like this person or that person, because at the end of the day we are all different. You can never make somebody look like another person. You can try, but it's about how we feel inside. So main thing is obviously be confident in the surgeon that you're choosing. That was a massive thing for myself. You know,
have you seen other surgeons or only me? Just out of curiosity.
I saw one other than yourself in the UAE as well, and I also spoke to my surgeon who originally did them 10 years ago. So in theory 3, and I think that's a solid foundation to kind of then weigh up your options.
Definitely
take some time, and for me I was like, no, I still want to do it, and that's why I knew to proceed straight away. But you know, just to make sure that you look at your surgeon's work as well. Do you see their before and afters, and do you think, wow, like genuinely that's what I would want to see in myself? Because I think a lot of people can maybe be fooled by, oh, I'll go here because this person on social media has gone there and they're promoting it. But at the end of the day, I chose you because I felt safe and that I trusted your work. And at the end of the day, it is a surgery, be it aesthetic or not, it is still a serious thing.
But even if you go to do a simple procedure like, a filler or whatever, it's very important that you have confidence in your doctor. I always tell my patient, look for the before and after picture, because I show you some before and after picture. How is my idea of beauty? What I always try to underline with the patient said, every surgeon has an idea of beauty which is different from the other one. And our idea of beauty should be aligned. Because if you want this and I deliver this or vice versa, it's not, you will not be happy, I will not be happy, and then we start fighting. So that's very important.
Don't want that.
Exactly. So that's very important that, again, when you go to see a surgeon, you ask the before and after picture, you feel confident with them. And I always suggest the patient, go and see other doctors, because there's no, I'm not the only one in Dubai. I have lots of colleagues which are, absolutely very high level quality service and results. So go and talk with anybody. Then, if you feel confident with me, I'm happy. If you don't feel confident, I'm absolutely fine with that. Thanks God, I'm very busy. So I'm very happy that the patient will make an informed decision. And when they come, they're convinced that I'm the best option for them.
You are the best. I can rest assured he is the best.
Thank you so much. So thank you so much for sharing your experience. I think, my followers and your followers, of course, you will share this also on your social media, definitely.
They'll be very interested.
This is her first podcast in Dubai, by the way. She just confessed this, so maybe the first of many.
I'm nervous, but I've enjoyed it.
Yes, me too. It's a few months that I started this, and now I'm taking a little bit more confidence
fun,
in the. Yeah. So I think we can wrap it up. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being an amazing patient, and happy that you love your result. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed the episode, please subscribe and hit the bell button to be announced when we have new videos coming on. And thank you again, Lauren, to be here.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Because you deserve the best.